What's up, YouTube? Today I've been thinking about the need to share our music with other people for free and to learn so that we can share with others. I remember one of my mentors saying, teach everything you know, share everything you learn for free. You know, the real joy of life is to give things to other people. And so you may not know a ton. You know, I don't have a lot of knowledge, but we all have something that we've learned. So even just the basics of how to make a beat, how to use Logic or FL or Ableton. I remember I have a friend who is maybe she's 17, 18. And she said, Trig, have you ever heard of Logic? And I said, oh, of course. I totally know all about Logic. And so I'm hoping to soon get together with her and just show her the basics. Now she's taking some classes at school where she's learning from an actual teacher at a college. But, you know, she and I are friends. And so we're going to just spend some time just going through some of the basics, what she's learning, what I'm learning. But there's a joy in us sharing what we know with other people, not for business, not to sell things. Yes, of course, you have to figure that out. But just for the pure joy of sharing. And that's why a lot of us have these YouTube channels. There's one of my mentors, Sadowig, I think his name is Brent, up in Vancouver, Canada, or is it Toronto? I think he's in Vancouver. He just puts a ton of content online for free on how to use Ableton, and he's very smart. I've learned so much from him on how to use Ableton Live. Probably my number one mentor and teacher in that program. He then went through cancer just last year. And, you know, when he went through that horrible experience, we were the ones that were there for him, just cheering him on, contributing to his page, praying for him, sending him just good wishes because he had given us so much. Not everything in life is a transaction about money or about likes or about comments. Life is about giving. The Bible says that it is better to give than to receive. And so for me, I've fallen into the trap of wanting to sell. But I realized that if you have a good heart and you give things because you love to help people, that everything else will fall into place. Your finances, your relationships, your friendships, feeling accomplished, feeling happy, having a purpose in life. Don't worry about making a sale. Be more about being kind, about being a good person inside of your heart. That's what's going to last, and people will feel that from you. And so one of the things that I am doing is I'm moving a lot of my gear to my church, where I have this room, maybe bigger than this one, and I've been putting together a studio. So lights and all my camera and just beat making stuff, you know, just some of the basics that I have here. I'm taking some of it there, some of it I'm just buying new stuff. And about a month ago, I began to practice with 2 or 3 of the young people that I know. And we've begun to practice just vocal technique, how to warm up your voice, how to blend, just some of the basics of singing. And these are young people that love to sing. The next step will be to help them with Logic, Ableton, FL, to teach them how to use some of the software. And of course, the goal is to have them make their own beats, write their own songs, hip hop, rap, whatever it is, worship music, and then to start a podcast so they can then let people know about their music, or if they want to do a music video, all that stuff. To teach them how to use social media, or obviously they already know how to use social media, but it's just more the actual music and the content itself that I hope I can share what I know. I'm also looking for teachers to help me, all volunteer. This is just an act of love and grace. But together, I'm hoping that 2 or 3 of us will just share what we know with people, not for profit, not for money, not for any of that, to buy expensive cars, but to be generous and to give of what we have to young people. And then here's what I've always noticed is to learn from them. Because if you're someone in your teens or 20s, you have so much to offer the rest of us, the adults. Just ways of thinking, ways of looking at life, the music itself, of course, all that stuff. And my hope is to just keep sharing what I know, encouraging people, both behind the scenes stuff, as well as production and music, mental health, even to pray together. so that we can encourage each other, soften some of those rough edges by being in relationship with people, especially that don't judge you, that don't hate on you, that don't say mean things, or if they do, that they acknowledge your mistakes and say, I apologize for that. So I can't wait to get this off the ground. It's starting already. It started this month of September. It's going to go on to October, November, December, the rest of this year into next year. And I just can't wait. And you might not be able to do a whole thing like this, but here's something you can do. How can you give of yourself for free to somebody else? How can you give your time, your knowledge, what you're learning, even just point people in the right direction to a YouTube video that really encouraged you, or to someone online that mentored you, that you really were lifted up by? How can you share something for free with someone else? I guarantee you're going to be fulfilled beyond your wildest dreams. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about success or about likes or comments or views, any of that stuff. You be a good person and good things will happen to you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow me here on all these links, and I will see you next time.